Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
A little worried, actually. I always hate starting the show off on kind of a worried note or concern, but I do just have to express my emotions, and I'm worried.
Okay.
Concerns me, and I wasn't going to mention it, but...
Now you are.
Well, I've known this person a long time, and, you know, this show's kind of personal. I know that a lot of radio shows don't mention names in the community and interact with the community very much, but we have over the years, and you make friends that way.
Sure.
And
enemies.
And a few enemies, yeah, but that comes with it.
Yes.
But one that we've been friends with for many, many years, and I just worry about her.
Oh.
I'm concerned. You know, there's all these, you know, yesterday they had I don't know what it was called, a hearing to see if our current president is okay.
Oh, okay.
And they're worried about the contestant running against our current president, that he's okay. And I don't want to dive into that. But locally, I'm just worried about Lola Chapin.
Oh, why is that?
Well, these specials she's having at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique are just a little bit on the crazy side.
And every week.
Every week.
Every Wednesday. I wake up every Wednesday saying, what's for Wednesday?
What's for Wednesday?
At Chapin's Furniture and Square One.
Yeah, and what's up with Lola?
Yeah.
What's up for Wednesday? The good news is whatever the case may be, it saves you money.
Absolutely, yeah. We're the beneficiaries.
Yes. So whether Lola's just feeling really generous, or she's just at a point in her life where she just doesn't care about the filter anymore, which happens.
Yes.
And Lola's always been willing to speak her mind.
Yeah.
For years. And now she's just gone bonkers. What's for lunch? What's for Wednesday? What's going on at Chapin's Furniture and Square One and Boutique? That's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
You have any concerns?
No, not really.
All right. I know.
But I am anxious to find out what's for Wednesday, though.
Well, you'll have to wait a minute, because
okay.
I wanted to make a suggestion to you.
Yes.
When you have your party, your spring fling.
I'm not having a party.
Lola's in our neighborhood. She's right up the block from you. Did you know that? She's right in our neighborhood.
I did, actually, yeah.
Well, she's going to be hurt if you don't invite her down.
Well, to make sure that I don't hurt anybody's feelings,
yes,
there's just not going to be a party.
That's not what's going around town.
Not going to be a party.
I'm sorry. It's got a life of its own. Anyway, Lola at Chapin's Square One Boutique, 50% off all the in-stock recliners.
Oh, nice.
So if you have been wanting a recliner, or the one you have is, not working like it should, it doesn't fold out like it should, or maybe the cat's been, sharpening their claws on it, or the dog, gnarled off the corner of it. Those things happen. Or maybe you're just ready for a change. 50% off all in-stock recliners. Today only.
Today only.
So we got to get in there today. They're open till 6. Open
Nice.
up around 8 o'clock or so. South side of the square in Broken Bow. Been there for many years. And by the way, Lola also rents out tuxedos for weddings and proms. And she gives $10 back to the schools for each tuxedo rented for the prom. Chapin's has given close to $1,000 to area schools in years past. Check out the new styles and colors available this year. What's for Wednesday? That's what it is. 50% off all in-stock recliners at Chapin's Furniture today only.
Whew. Yeah.
She's gone bonkers, but that's good for you.
Yes. You know, you've really blown this party thing, which there's not going to be one, completely out of proportion. I mean, this thing is just going off the rails. You need to stop. I went to Trotter's yesterday to fill up my propane bottle for was going to do some grilling.
Did you see
last
the bomb?
night? Yeah, the bomb helped me out, and he said as he was checking me out and everything, he said, "So you want me to charge this to Bernie for your party?" And I almost said yes. I'm like, yeah, that is a good idea. But there's not going to be a party.
Yeah.
See,
a lot of disappointed people.
I know exactly, and you're the one that has created all of this.
Well, it's your place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your house, your yard. I mean, I don't know what you're blaming it on me. I don't get that. Jeez, I'll help you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you've been sharing how you're going to help.
Well, I'll come over and help you get set up, and when cleanup time comes, if I don't have something else that's important, like something out here at work, I'll help you clean up. But there's so many people that I got approached about it last night at the city council meeting.
Oh my, oh, great!
Yeah,
there's not going to be a party. We're not throwing a party.
Something was about you should go over and mow Brent's lawn when the grass gets taller, so that it'll be ready for the party.
Oh, yeah,
that's what was brought up.
Then I'll get a bill for that.
That was from the fire department, by the way.
Oh.
Well, anyway, Lola.
Yes.
50% off recliners today in stock at Chapin's.
Nice.
This is National Open Umbrella Day indoors.
Oh, I don't think you're to do that.
Well,
I thought, isn't that bad luck or something if you open an umbrella indoors?
What the heck? I'm going to be like Lola. What the heck? Rules are made to be broken. And the theory dates all the way back to ancient Egyptians. Mm-hmm. This is where this started. Because they believed opening an umbrella indoors where they were already in shade was disrespecting their sun god at the time. That's how that got going.
Oh.
So if you want to go ahead and say, well, I don't want to make the sun god mad, well, then go ahead and just don't open up your umbrella inside the house.
But today you can.
According to this National Umbrella Indoors Day, yes.
Well, there's a day for everything.
Yes. This is a good one, though, National Good Samaritan Day.
Oh.
Reminding you to do something selfless by helping someone who needs it. And I could go further.
Oh, I know you could. Yeah.
You give me that look. Birthdays today. Adam Clayton is 64. He's the bassist for the Hall of Fame rock band U2. He and his fellow bandmates met clear back in high school, and together they've won 22 Grammys. Neil Sedaka.
Calendar Girl.
Calendar Girl. He wrote songs, over 500 songs for himself and others, such as Connie Francis and Bobby Darin, ABBA, as well as Captain and Daniil. Yeah. Anyway, he's 85 today.
Wow.
Yeah, 85. And Dana Delaney is 68. She's acted in soaps before breaking out in the series China Beach. Then she moved on to Desperate Housewives and now plays Margaret in the series Tulsa King. And Mike Stoller is 91 today. He was half of the Hall of Fame songwriting team who wrote a litany of giant hits in the 50s and 60s. And this kind of confuses me, including Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, Stand By Me, and Only in America. Now, I read at one time that the song Hound Dog was actually a song that Elvis kind of changed from a it was really a not Hound Dog. What was it? It was something else, but it had the same lyrics, and they changed them up a little bit. And maybe I was wrong, because it says here that Mike Stoller wrote Hound Dog.
Oh,
but it was women actually sang it. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, because you're out prowling around all night.
Sure.
That was a African-American blues song that I read was stolen. But now this is controversial. But
yeah, you've kind of made it that way. Yikes.
I hope that I don't cause any problems that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
You've never been one to want to cause problems, I know that.
No, I don't. I want to get along. I want to party, man. I want to have fun with my friends and get invited to a big party and go over and socialize. SEM today, chicken fried steak on this March 13th at SEM schools. Sounds delicious.
Gothenburg today made, made fresh beef chili, hot dog, fresh baked turkey and cheese sub, and made fresh buffalo ranch pizza. That's some of your choices at Gothenburg schools today.
Litchfield, good morning, Candace. They're having Mexican rice bowl there. Having muffins for breakfast, by the way.
Sandhills Public School in Dunning, roast beef, mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn at Sandhills.
Have you thought about table decorations for the party?
No, there's not going to be a party. I haven't thought about it.
Like little something on the tables. I don't know. Something sparkly, I think, would be nice. And Selma Myrna Public Schools will be having fresh beef chili, hot dogs, uncrustable cheese and cracker and platter.
Thetford Schools today, pizza pockets at Thetford.
Or maybe just some flowers would be nice on the tables. Broken Bow Middle and High School today, they're also having made fresh beef chili, hot dogs, grilled chicken deli wraps, fresh baked combo subs, and My Way Wing Station with breadsticks.
Callaway today, sub sandwiches at Callaway.
Welcome to my party. Well, Loop City today, chicken nuggets or shredded pork sandwiches.
Arnold today, lasagna with garlic toast at Arnold.
Cozad, what a great town. They're having chicken patties with roast turkey with hot roll, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and Caesar salad.
Ansley today, pork sandwich at Ansley School.
Mm-hmm. At the Prairie Pioneer Center, sausage gravy over biscuits, corn, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you'd like to come and have a meal. Very reasonably priced. By the way, you can set up home delivery at that same number, 872-6121.
One more school lunch menu, this from Sargent, where today they'll have chicken and rice soup with crackers and cheese, fruit cup, dinner roll, or cookie, and milk at Sargent.
A busy day today on the breakfast show. A live remote from Callaway, from the Callaway District Hospital, and also a remote from Varney Health Mart. And Jeremy and Christy are going out on the road, so they're going to be covering both of those today. Also a visit with the Pizza Hut later on this show. And we expect Mike Evans in from Evans Feed this morning. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about the Fox Theater, or have someone talk about it if they come in. Otherwise, we'll cover that. And we have some other items of interest as well.
Yeah. Might have another special guest at about 8:45 to talk about a heroic effort a few days ago that he was involved in.
Oh, yes. You mentioned that off the air.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. A roundup of sorts.
Yeah, of sorts.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to play the game. And what is our prize today, good neighbor?
Well, it's Wednesday, so that's when they serve their pigs in a blanket at Runza in Broken Bow, so we're going to give you a chance to win one of those. We're asking questions about Barbie. Barbie is 65. Can you believe that? Was introduced on March 9th, 1959. She can now draw Social Security. Barbie can.
Medicare.
Unbelievable. So here's your question about Barbie today. What was Barbie's first car?
Ooh, in 59.
Yep. Yeah. Kind of think about that. She was introduced in 1959. So what was Barbie's first car? Your choices are a 1970 country camper, a 1976 Starvette, a 1965 Mercedes-Benz, or a 1962 Austin Healey Roadster. Those are your choices. What was Barbie's first car? A 1970 country camper, 1976 Starvette, 1965 Mercedes-Benz, or a 1962 Austin Healey Roadster? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
The Breakfast Show.
Don't know what I'd do without them. They're awesome.
On KCNI KBBN.
Hey listeners, Runza's fish sandwich is the real deal and back on the menu for a limited time. Golden brown and perfectly crispy North Pacific cod fillet topped with American cheese and served atop lettuce and tartar sauce, sure to have you hooked in the first bite. Add double-dipped onion rings and a drink for the perfect combo meal. Swim on into Runza for a fish sandwich, back for a limited time only. Runza makes it all better. Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
747, we have a caller on the line, and I hope I get this right. Even, is that correct?
Eve.
Okay.
Eve.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Here's Brent. I can get that right.
All right, here's your question for today. What was Barbie's first car? Was it a 1970 country camper, a 1976 Starvette, a 1965 Mercedes-Benz, or a 1962 Austin Healey Roadster? What do you think?
1962 Austin Healey Roadster.
Hey, there you go. That is the answer. Way to go. And because you've answered correctly, we've got a certificate that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
All right, will do.
Hey,
right,
thanks
thank
a
you.
lot. All right, we'll take a time out with these important messages from these great businesses.
Shop and save with spring essentials at Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Brands you know, Crest and Colgate toothpaste in assorted varieties are only $1.98 each. To keep that hair healthy and strong, Tresemme shampoo and conditioners in 28-ounce bottles are just $4.98 each. For those colds and allergies, Zyrtec tablets as well as Mucinex liquids are on sale now. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8:30 to 12:30, with the drive-thru closed on Saturday. Visit Barney Health Mart in downtown Broken Bow.
Are you suffering from back pain? Team Physical Therapy can help by addressing the root cause of your pain. 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy focuses on manual therapy, exercise, stretching, and personalized plan for you. Call 872-5111. Physical therapy can reduce inflammation, improve flexibility, and increase strength. Don't let that low back pain slow you down. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check out any of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, or Kearney.
It's tuxedo time. The south side of the square is where you should be going if you want to look dapper. Head to Chapin's and Lola will get you fitted for the perfect style and color to match that awesome personality of yours. Each time you rent a tux, $10 goes to your after prom party. Right now is also the perfect time to register for weddings that are right around the corner. Get your tuxes at Chapin's Furniture in Broken Bow.
Waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI KBBN Radio.
I love it.
10 minutes before the hour, Mr. Evans is here. Huh? Did I change the wrong one? I'm not sure. I think the maintenance person was doing some work in here and moved our cameras. We want to make sure that we have Mike on camera.
I just soon not.
We just soon
It's a little
not
early.
too. A little, yeah.
It's dark out.
Yeah, it is dark out, isn't it?
It's hard to get used to it, but
Yeah.
that's the way it is.
It's nice at night.
Mm-hmm.
But, you wake up and you're still in that mode. Like if you get up at 6, you're going, that's really 5.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
pretty soon we'll be worried about mowing and yard work and all that fun stuff. So
Yeah, it was suggested to me that I get my mower going so I could go over and mow Brent's lawn for his party.
because you need to get things spruced up.
Yeah.
That's coming around. That's not too far away, really.
No, as long as the grass turns green, we can party on.
You bet. And then when the grass turns green, the cattlemen need to worry about grass tetany.
Yes, that's true, and it's probably going to happen sooner than later the way things are unfolding.
Yes, it's a classic setup this year. Some years it's not very conducive for it to happen, but this year will be one of the years that the grass is coming quick. If it stays warm, and when the grass comes quick and the cattle are milking heavy, cows are milking heavy, that's when things happen. Yeah. And it can happen before they're milking heavy too. I had a friend the other day that had one go down and they hadn't even calved yet, which is it's not typical, but it's not uncommon. I mean, it happens. Most of the time it's when 2 weeks after they've calved, when they're milking really heavy and it's draining the nutrients out of them, and then they're eating that green grass, and that's tying up magnesium absorption, and so the cow will just be deficient in one mineral and bang. So if your cow's acting kind of goofy out there and you're not quite pinpointing what it is, there's a good chance this time of year it could be that.
Okay, you're set up, ready to go.
You bet. We got high mag mineral. We got magnesium that you can put in your own salt and mineral if you want, and we've got high mag blocks. And just getting that extra amount of mag, a lot of times will get them over the top. It's not fat soluble, so you have to keep feeding it every day. Mm-hmm. It doesn't stay in their system, so you should feed it just a little bit early to get them used to the flavor of it, but it doesn't give you any extra protection, you could say, because it goes out of them about as fast as it comes in them. So you need to keep giving it to them.
Okay.
So it sure doesn't hurt to have them on a good mineral program all the time. I mean, that's going to help combat it. But even if you're on a good mineral program this time of year, that can still happen.
Okay.
Yep.
So you have everything needed to combat that. Give us an idea. Now we're well into the calving season. The weather's been, all in all, pretty darn good for calving, I think.
Yeah.
Usually when it's kind of a typical March, wet, cold, and that sort of thing. We had this snow. It's all gone already. How's the calves' health out there? Scours any problem this year?
I haven't heard too much about that yet. A lot of milk replacers going out, of course, and a little early for the starter pellets and things like that. But we have, there's quite a few fall calving herds now around here too, so it's kind of a year-round thing on a lot of stuff. But we did have a lady, Dr. Jerry Sterner, up there west of Myrna, had quadruplets yesterday.
Wow.
Which is, and they're all, as of yesterday, they were all doing good. And from what I read and have heard, that's a 1 in 11.2 million chance.
Oh, my gosh.
To have 4 live calves. So, yeah, she was pretty excited about that.
No kidding.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. So that's pretty cool.
Huh.
So if she's probably looking for 3 other mamas then, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. The cow
that
I saw a picture of the cow, and she had a kind of a state of confusion on her face. And like, what the heck is going on here? But
yeah, that's amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Well, I hope they all make it. That would be quite a story.
They all looked pretty healthy to me in the picture, so yeah.
Man.
Kind of cool. But
yeah.
But yeah, so we have milk replacer obviously, and other products down there for the cow herd this time of year. Lick tubs and range cubes, of course, going out, and pellets and all kinds of distillers pellets still rolling out of here, and then there's even on the fall calving herds, they're starting to creep feed now. So we got creep feeders set up and rolling on that end of it too.
It's almost. There's not any breaks anymore, is there?
Not really, huh?
You said there's fall herds and it's almost year round. So,
which I think overall is probably good for the cattlemen and women out there, because it gives them an opportunity to sell 2 calf crops instead of 1. So.
Yeah, and evens the market out a little bit.
You bet, evens the market out, yeah.
That's great. That's great. On the side of your building, noticed, you have your signage up there, and Evans Feed, livestock, and pet feed.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know how you keep up, because cattle is king, as you say, so I know that you always make sure you have supply for that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got the horses, you got the chickens, you got dogs and cats and
goats.
The list goes, goats, sheep, yeah.
In the old days, when it was painted on the side of that building there, and it still is painted, but it said feed, seeds, grains, and produce.
Well, sure.
And so we didn't handle produce, so I was like, well, what can we put up there that'll kind of cover that up? So we put pet food.
Is that how that worked?
That's how. But if you could take that paint off, it would say produce underneath it. So I never did handle that.
No, but gosh, the history of that building with hides and eggs and cream.
They bought hides and that would have been fun. Skunk hides even.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Skunk hides. There was a hide pit in the back.
Wow.
I bet that was a good smeller.
I bet it was too. You probably wouldn't be friends with Carrie and
Carrie and Doug over there probably be saying you need to quit handling hides around here.
Yeah, it was a little more diverse in other ways, when you think about it, because now you have 20 some horse feeds.
Yeah.
So they didn't have that back then.
No, there was one horse feed.
Yeah.
One mineral, we have 45 minerals now probably on the floor. That's not counting the custom ones that we order. So it's insane really, but it's the market determines it. Mm-hmm. And if the people want it, we get it.
And you can save folks money. I think people like to hear this with the elevator and mixing the feeds and using as many local ingredients as you can.
Yeah, we have a super popular a line of feeds that we make, but the 16% chicken layer feed is really turned into a popular product, and I think we're making that about every third day now down there, and the boys come in after school and bag it real quick and as quick as possible. We kind of got to crack the whip a little on those between looking at their cell phones and jawboning, how high school kids are. But
lean up against the wall or a pickup and have a little chat.
Yeah,
I mean but they kind of get that from adults.
That's true. They gotta check their phone every 3 seconds, so that's kind of a problem. But
yeah, it is.
We got a good crew. They're fun. They get the job done. Put it that way.
That's what counts.
You don't want to see how the sausage is made, right? You just want to see the end product. And by 5:30, they have 3 or 4 ton bagged and stacked and ready to go. So we're proud of them.
Yeah, that's your responsibility to make sure you like how the sausage is made.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
That's the task at hand for you. Plus, keeping all those products in.
I did want to mention, on the product end of it, Troy down at O'Connell wanted me to mention that he's expanded his line down there and is carrying more horse feeds than he did before, and added a few other things, water softener salts and things like that down there. So he's pretty proud of his store down there in O'Connell, and he wanted me to mention that he's handling more and more products all the time, and he's got his forklift and his concrete poured down there, and he's right uptown, so it's pretty handy there in O'Connell to be able to pull up and use a forklift. So
load them right up.
You bet.
And save them a trip somewhere else because of that area is.
It's a big trade area.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of cattle in that country, and so we're happy to be there. We've been in O'Connell a long time and witnessed the tornado and the earthquake and the, about every other thing you could get down there.
Yeah.
If it happens in O'Connell and Callaway, it seems like.
They're durable.
Yeah. It used to be Arnold, then it moved to Callaway, and then it went to O'Connell, then back to Callaway.
Yeah, they're good folks there, wonderful people, but they have been kind of under the bullseye in that area. I know that that recent fire that came out of Lincoln County got kind of close, and they were kind of preparing to maybe leave town.
Yeah,
I mean, gee, many Christmas.
They got thick hides down there.
They do, and of course you can always stop by and get some knowledge at Eggleston Oil.
Oh, you bet. One more quick thing I want
Sure.
to mention. It's 8 o'clock, but we have some really nice oats in there for planting right now. They're bin run, but they're clipped and cleaned, and they're nice and heavy like every year. And we got I think 6 loads of them spoken for, and we're on the we're just into we're halfway through the second, so they're just getting rolling on it. But we have some available. If you need a good jag of oats, we have them.
All right, and I would think they'll roll on those with that foot of snow laid down and melted into the ground. They're going to have some good soil conditions to put those in.
Yes, they should pop right out of the ground.
Yeah. All right, Mike, thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you guys.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Evans Feed and Broken Bow and Oconto. We'll be back right after the news.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Lawmakers in the House are set to vote on a bill today that could pave the way for a ban on TikTok in the U.S. J.T. Laybourne's cardiac health feed has 2 million followers.
I've had people come up to me in public and give me a hug and cry on my shoulder and say that you will never understand what your videos mean to me.
CBS News estimates Joe Biden and Donald Trump have now secured the delegates they need to become their party's presidential nominees. Trump posted to X.
Our nation is failing. We're a nation that is in serious decline. We've never had a situation like this.
Haiti continues to be racked with gang violence after Prime Minister Henry announced his resignation. CBS's David Martin from the Pentagon.
Overnight, the U.S. military airlifted into the embassy a special Marine unit known as a Fleet Anti-Terrorism Security Team and brought out the normal contingent of Marine Guards stationed there.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, the Red Willow County Sheriff's Office said Thatcher Skolout was critically injured in an explosion Monday. It happened at 5:15 p.m. about 3 to 4 miles south of McCook on Highway 83 near a home. Sheriff Kevin Darling said neighbors in the area reported the explosion but couldn't determine the exact source. Upon arrival, law enforcement discovered a propane tank exploded. Skolout was in the process of converting the tank into a smoker. Law enforcement said it appeared he took the precautions to use water inside the tank to displace the vapor, but was apparently insufficient to displace all vapors. While attempting to cut the tank with a cutter torch, the vapors were ignited, causing the explosion. He was wearing a respirator at the time and had taken other precautions as well. Paramedics with the McCook Fire Department transported Skolout to the community hospital. From there, he was airflighted to CHI Health Good Samaritan in Kearney in critical condition. Skolout is in ICU in Kearney, where he is expected to remain sedated for at least the next 5 days as medical personnel work to reduce the swelling on his brain. His wife, Shelley Skolout, wants to thank those who helped Thatcher get to the facility and note that the next 72 hours are critical for his recovery. The story came to us from KNOPT News 2.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where free agent running back Derrick Henry is signing with the Baltimore Ravens. He gets a 2-year, $16 million deal, $9 million guaranteed. The Ravens lose linebacker Patrick Queen. He gets a 3-year, $41 million contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Steelers are trading wide receiver Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers for corner Dante Jackson. In the NBA, the Celtics beat the Jazz 121-107. Boston now a league best 51-14 on the season. Thunder lose at home to the Pacers 121-111. Oklahoma City drops into a tie with idle Denver for the top spot in the Western Conference. Timberwolves rally down 22 points on the road, beat the Clippers 118-100. Minnesota's now a half game back of that race with the top spot in the West. For LA, star Kawhi Leonard left the game with a back injury and didn't return. Kings beat the Bucks 129-94. College basketball, St. Mary's, Wagner, Charleston, Oakland, and South Dakota State win their conference tournament titles.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance of rain showers today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. High temperatures reach up to 63. North winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Rain showers likely. Lows level off around 38. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow. Showers likely. Highs around 50. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
365 days, 525,600 minutes, 31 million. You know what I'm getting at. The fish sandwich is available all year long at Dairy Queen and Broken Bow. They're also excited to announce that the crowd favorite shrimp basket is back for a limited time as well. Golden, crispy, flavorful, plus it comes with coleslaw. Head in before it sails away. One thing is for sure, your taste buds would thank you if they could. Catch the fish sandwich or the shrimp basket at DQ Broken Bow. Dairy Queen, happy tastes good.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
The music to get your day started right.
I listen every morning.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
45 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. Winds are light and variable. Barometric pressure up a couple of points at 29.78. Humidity at 65%. High yesterday was 69. That's the same as we had the day before. An overnight low of 35 last night. Sunrise this morning occurred at 7:54. Sunset at 7:43. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:52. 39/100ths precipitation measured so far this month, with a chance of rain in the forecast. And they're not talking about snow at all, so that's A-OK by most of us, I think.
Yep.
We'll take the moisture. All right, Brent, you got some things over there you want to tell the people about?
Sure.
Good neighbor, good friend, my bro and son. Oh, wait a minute. We have a birthday, don't we?
We do, yes. Just got told of one.
From this very nice lady's favorite child, according to what we received.
Yes, apparently, yeah.
Jeannie Leapart is 88 today. Congratulations and happy birthday, Jeannie. You're a great gal, and we'll leave it up to you who your favorite child is.
Yeah.
Christy mentioned Larry, but I don't know. I like Randy a lot.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Yeah, we'll see. Happy birthday, though. That's
birthday.
Great. 88. That's
88.
Wonderful.
All right. Okay. Now I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think we have a guest that's about ready to come in. You want to bring them in first?
Oh, sure. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on down.
Come on in. Yay!
Oh, all right.
Mr. Fox is here.
Stuart Fox is here from the Fox Theater.
And I have a handout.
Oh, wow. A handout.
I love handouts.
Oh, man, especially when it features these guys.
Well, yeah. So we'll talk theater, but is it okay if we talk about something else, too?
Sure,
absolutely.
main thing I want to talk about, I think a lot of people out there know about our friend Kyle Stringham.
Yes.
And Kyle is one of our partners at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
He's also our Chief Information Security Officer at the bank. So we've got a lot of connections there. But anyways, he's got a real long battle going on, and he's got a form of, I think it's a form of leukemia, blood cancer. And so he's been in Omaha for, I think 6-7 weeks now, and I think he's moving over to a rehab facility maybe today, I heard. So he's making some improvements, but anyways, he's got a long road ahead of him, and we're trying to help raise some funds for them because they're going to have a lot of expenses that aren't covered by insurance or that. And so, if it's okay, I wanted to talk about this.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's 2 fundraisers that are going to be going on, and I hope I don't forget about anything here because I'm not the most prepared. You know me. So, but the first one we're going to do at the theater. And it's going to go live on our website today. And we asked what's one of his favorite movies, and that's the Blues Brothers. So we thought that would be a lot of fun. And so we're going to have a benefit at the theater on March 28th. That's a Thursday. It'll be from 6:30 to 10 o'clock at night. And what we're going to do is we're going to show the Blues Brothers. I think the movie starts at 7:30, but you can come early. Tickets are going to be $20, and you can buy those in advance. They're already on our website. So if you go online to buy tickets, it's on there. There's a couple different options because I'm sure there's some people that just want to support him, and but maybe won't be able to come to the movie. And so there's 2 options. One, yeah, I'm going to come to the movie, or no, I'm not going to go to the movie. That way I don't want to turn anybody away.
Yeah.
And so we're going to donate all those proceeds to Kyle and his family. All of our concession sales that night, we're going to donate to his family. And you might see there's another logo on there. We're going to have Kincaidor there as well. So I think with Blues Brothers, you probably need to have Kincaidor there. So they're going to be up there, and they'll have a little pop-up bar on site, and we're going to donate all of those sales as well. So Thursday, March 28th, so 2 weeks from tomorrow. So like I say, it's live. I don't have, I think what you guys are looking there, that should be on our website here today. I think Sarah will get that up today.
Okay.
And so we're excited about that. The other one that we're going to kick off is we're going to have a Facebook auction. And so that's going to start this weekend. And I think I'm not sure. I haven't looked to see. They were going to send me some of the auction items, but I believe there's a Facebook page called Strong Like Stringham out there. So a lot of people maybe have seen that. We had a T-shirt fundraiser, and but there's a Facebook page out there, and we're going to go ahead and get that auction going this weekend, and it will go through the date of, I think, the day of the theater event, so March 28th. So I know there's a lot of neat items that they're putting together, and I don't know that information's come through to me yet. So why don't we talk about the theater, and then maybe we can come back and maybe they will have sent me some of those items.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So, that sounds good. Have you been in conversation with Kyle and talking to him on the phone?
Yeah, so actually last week, I went down to watch my nephew play state basketball on Thursday, and so I left early and went down and saw Kyle in Omaha. That was the first time I'd seen him since he'd been transported down there. So he looks good, he sounds good, his mind's clear.
Good.
So like I said, he's been in the hospital a long time, but I think they're moving him today, and hopefully they'll go to the rehab for a couple weeks, and hopefully he'll get to come home for a little while, maybe.
I hope so.
No, he looks and sounds good, and he's got a great attitude, and that's a big part of this.
It is a big part, and I guess we'd be surprised maybe if he didn't have a good attitude. He's just built that way. But
yeah. And we stay in communication. We've got projects going on at the bank, and I'll text him and say, hey. So I want to make sure I do it right. I'll make sure that I do it the way he wanted it done.
Right. That's fantastic. And we'll talk about that again afterwards. You guys can want to talk movies?
Yeah, we can do that. I did have just one quick question about March 28th.
Yes.
Stuart, will that be like the only movie that night?
Oh, that's
will
a
you
great question.
Show other movies?
We're going to still show 2 other movies.
Okay.
So this will be in the upstairs theater. So,
all right.
So we'll be in the upstairs theater. So it holds about 92 people. So we thought the upstairs, it just that works really well. We've got the space outside of the theater. So yeah, great question.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And like I said, that's why I set up 2 different sets of tickets. So because I'm sure there's some people that won't be able to come, and so we want to make sure, we're hoping we'll have a full house. So I think it'll be fun. I think that's a great movie to watch with a group.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
So it's probably been a few years since I've watched it.
Yeah, it's still funny. I think it's one of those that you can watch many times.
Yeah. So I think it'll be great. So
Also, will people out there who, schedules are busy for everybody, and as you mentioned, you don't have to go to the movie to be a part of the fundraiser. Is there a fund account at the bank?
yes, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. And I know there's people that have just brought in, we did the T-shirt fundraiser before, but we just had people that just dropped in and just dropped off a check. And, there's a lot of generous people out there. So, but like you said, with what they're going through, they're going to need this. And we're just trying to do a small part to hopefully ease them through this. So,
Well, even if you're well insured, there's expenses that aren't covered. So,
well, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
His wife and daughter. Just the transportation to go back and forth from Omaha, needing hotels and meals. I mean, that adds up really, really fast, as you know.
And we forget sometimes you have the person who's sick, can't work, and then the family who's supporting that person probably isn't able to work. So there's a lot of need there. So it's great you're doing this.
Yeah, but Christy just sent me a few of the items here. So and we do plan to give. We're gonna do. We're putting together something from the theater. We're gonna do kind of like a tailgate, And so if you wanna have a private party at the theater, we'll do the tailgate, and we're still kind of putting that together. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. You can watch a game, or if you want to do a movie or whatever. So I know we're gonna do that from the theater. But we've got an O-Snaps photography session. The Cooksley Ranch, Leah Cooksley, they're donating a bunch of ground beef. There's a Henry Golden Boy rifle. Kyle's father-in-law is donating that. There's a 23-pound prime rib. Wow, I might be bidding on that one from the Callaway Market. 15 tons of crushed concrete from Myers's. So I mean, there's going to be a lot of things. We're still putting that together. We're still asking for some. With the connection through the movie theater, we actually reached out to our film booker, and I think we're going to be getting a few items from some of the film companies. I think they're going to be shipping to me. I'll be as surprised as anybody to see what they are, but I know there's a few of the I think Universal and Sony. I think they're sending us some items, so I'm excited to see what they ship to me, and we'll be adding those out. So, and we're still looking for items. So if anybody has something that they would like to contribute or donate, we would certainly take that.
All right, put us down for a breakfast show. We can
awesome.
We'll donate a breakfast show.
Well, I think they're listening at the bank, so
okay.
I'm sure that Tammy's going to put that down.
Tammy, put that down, would you? Yeah, we can sure do that. And,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You bet.
So, but yeah, there's football tickets, a Henry Dorley Zoo package. They're just going to keep sending me stuff here while I'm out here. Like I said, I didn't give them a whole lot of notice. I said, oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to be on the radio.
It all works.
Yeah. So, but, at the theater, though, this probably been the slowest January, February we've ever had in 20 years.
Really?
It has been, oh my gosh, it was horrible. January and February. And so March picked up. It's been, we've had some good movies here. We had Ordinary Angels came out, and we had Dune Part 2, which I saw the other night, and that's fantastic. And then Kung Fu Panda number 4. I think it was first version of that in like 6 or 8 years or so. So that came out, had great crowds. So it was nice to see the theater filling up. Like I said, it had been kind of slow. I was kind of like, is anybody ever going to come to the movies again? But they always do. They always do. And it's all based on content that Hollywood puts out. And as you know, they had a writers and actors strike last year, and that really kind of torpedoed the year for the theaters. And so, but it's picking up. And but for this next week, we're going to continue to have Kung Fu Panda. So there will be a nice family kid movie there. This will be the final week of Ordinary Angels, which is a true story. Stars Alan Ritchson, who is in Jack Reacher.
Yes.
If you like the Jack Reacher series, which I love it. Yes.
Me too.
So, and then we're bringing in a new one, so called Arthur the King. And I think that's... is it Mark Wahlberg, I think? One of the Wahlberg brothers is in there, and it has a dog in it. So we're expecting people to come, because usually movies with dogs, but it looks really good. So you can always go out to the website, click on the movie picture, and play the trailer. See if that's something that appeals to you. And of course, we're open every day and matinees on the weekend. So.
Your website's great, by the way. WatchTheFox.com. I mean, it gives you everything you need to know. Showtimes, some of the movies that might be coming in the future. And like you said, the trailers are always good, because sometimes you see a movie you're not familiar with, but right on your website you can see the trailer and get a feel for what it's about.
Yeah, and I honestly I think we have the best website out there for movie theaters, and that's all. Give that credit to Sarah Russell. I mean, she's done our website for at least 15 years. I think longer than that, and she does an amazing job. And so I think she puts together, like I say, one of the best websites out there for a movie theater. So,
and you can get tickets online.
Yes,
right?
Yes. And right now we don't charge a fee. Most places, if you buy something, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a movie theater, going to a baseball game, whatever, they charge you a fee. So not only is there the fee for the ticket, but we don't do that. So maybe we should, but we don't.
Yeah.
So I never like paying that, and so I hate to charge it. So.
And you still do free popcorn on Tuesday night?
We do. Free popcorn's on Tuesday nights in Broken Bow. It's I think it's hit or miss at our location in Cozad, but we do occasionally get sponsors there. But Nebraska State Bank and Trust, they've sponsored free popcorn on Tuesday nights. This was before I even went to work there.
Yeah. Wow.
Carl Norden, I know he set that up probably. Oh, man, I bet that was 17, 18 years ago.
Man.
So they've been doing that for a long, long time. Tuesday nights, it's always fun. You get a lot of people come on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So,
that's great. We took in a movie, probably didn't do very well for you, but the Bob Marley film.
I was disappointed that we didn't have more people. I thought that would be really good.
I think that people had maybe needed to see the trailer and get into it a little bit more, because it was a lot of history lesson there about that period of time and the influence he had. But you can probably later watch that at home, but you don't get the speakers and with the music and the sound and everything. You get the whole deal when you come to Fox.
Yeah. And you never know. And we try and bring in movies that appeal to all different different segments of the population, and you never know what's going to hit a chord with people, and I think the people that saw it really liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
I did a little quality check, and I sat in there. I was pretty mesmerized there for a little bit. But you just never know.
And also you mentioned January. We had that really cold spell, and then February you start getting into all of the athletic events that are taking place. We can actually think about going and doing something like going to the movies now. Maybe that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something to that, but a lot of the time it's just the quality of movies that they put out, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of control over that. Right. So, but but that's one of the things we do. We put together kind of a business model 15 years ago when we went digital, where we do the local advertisers, which, thank you. You guys have been a loyal advertiser with us, I think, throughout that time.
For a while, yeah.
And that was a business model we put together a long time ago. One, it was to finance the conversion to the digital equipment, which was very expensive. But then what we found, though, is that's something that enables us to kind of, one, it keeps our prices low. So if you compare us to when you go to a bigger city, our prices are much, much more reasonable. But the other thing is it just kind of evens out our revenue throughout the year. And so it helps us to be able to withstand those ups and downs, and so that's been a really important thing for us, because I think it's important for communities to have theaters. There's a lot of communities our size that don't have anything.
Lots.
And we're pretty blessed with being able to have one that shows 3 different screens, and we're open every day of the year. There's a lot of communities our size that don't have any
at all. Yeah. Well, we're fortunate, and I know that it takes some of your time and your family's time over the years, and one of the other benefits has been all the jobs you've provided for kids to come in and learn how to work, in that environment.
Yeah, we've had some great kids over the years, and it's a great experience for them, and they get a lot of responsibility because we teach them a lot about how to run the business, and so we had some of the early on kids that worked for me that showed me that, man, if you give them some responsibility, they really blossom. So
yeah, it's a big a bonus, I guess you'd put it. So thank you very much. You get any more?
Just the main one is to like the Strong Like Stringham Facebook page. Go out there. We're going to go live with that here I think the page is live, but we're going to go with the auction here this weekend. We're going to start that. And so if you haven't followed that, and if you have, please share the page. Try and help us get the word out. We would appreciate that. And I say we've had a lot of generous donors here, and we hope to see a full theater on the 28th to watch the Blues Brothers. I will be there.
All right, and I think there wouldn't be any harm in wearing some sunglasses and a black hat and a black suit coat if you want to.
I think that would be pretty cool. We might get a picture.
It'd be fun. Sounds like a good time and for a wonderful cause. Kyle Stringham, I know he'll appreciate it. He's a good guy, and we just want him to get better. So
that's right. That's right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll take a little music break with Billy Gibbons.
Meet new people. Throw candy in parades. Get paid to have fun. Send your resume to jeremy@sandhillsexpress.com. I'll talk to you soon.
8:31. Looks like the guys are hooked up at Varney Health Mart, so we'll be going there in just a moment. Before we do that, Brent, would you like to present one piece of information to our listeners out there? My good buddy, my good neighbor, my co-host, my brother and son all in one?
Well, sure. Let's tell you about a job opportunity. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. To apply, you need to go online. Go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
8:32, we'll take a quick time out, then we'll go to Varney's.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency takes pride in offering the best rate and coverage, perfectly catered to your needs. They're excited to announce that their location in Broken Bow has moved. You can now find them on the east side of the square inside the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce building. We all have our busy seasons, and when we aren't busy, insurance is a great thing to review before you're busy yet again. Talk to Chip in Callaway or Allison in Broken Bow to review your farm and commercial plans. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway and Broken Bow.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Same 24 Fitness, your ultimate fitness destination in Arnold. Open 24/7 because your fitness goals don't rest, and neither do they. Whether you're looking to build strength with a personal trainer, find your zen in a yoga class, or amp up your summer with boot camp, Same 24 Fitness works with all ages. Tanning services are also available, and beds have new bulbs just in time for prom season. Join the Same 24 Fitness family today and unlock your potential. Visit them in Arnold or like them on Facebook.
Well, I'm hoping while Christy's at Varney Health Mart, she'll get over there to that Montana display and pick us up a couple of, glitters.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Be nice if she would give us something like that, wouldn't it?
Well, sure. Yeah, it'd be nice. She got us a little something.
Yeah, a little
Varney's.
Something.
As a way to say thank you to Dave and Brent for all of the wonderful things we do for her.
Exactly. Now let's find out what is going on at Varney Health Mart. Here's Jeremy.
Okay, thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are at Varney Health Mart, and I'm hoping you can hear me. I see I'm connected, and I've got the lights going the way they should, so I think we're good to go. Good morning, Julie.
I think we are good to go. Our lights are on too, Jeremy.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
I've never been in Varney Health Mart early enough that the lights are turning on when we walk in. But it sure feels good to have the lights turn on when you walk in a room.
Yes.
So thanks for that.
You're very welcome.
We want to start over here, kind of on this end over here, where we were talking before. We're at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow, right catty corner from the square, and I see a classic here, Beanie Babies.
Yes, the Thai Beanie Babies. You were right. They are a classic. They've been around for I don't know how long, but they're classic and everybody still loves them. Little kids on up to adults. And they're just a fun toy. They have the big fun eyes. They're soft. They come from little round balls clear up to big like pillow sizes.
And this display that we're by, folks, these are great for Easter baskets and things like that. There's a great variety of colors. If you know your kids, they like a certain kind of animal or character. There's all kinds of different. There's a giraffe, a pug puppy, a little penguin, even a skunk.
There's a skunk.
From $5 to $7 for these this size. Great for an Easter basket.
It is great for an Easter basket. You're right, Jeremy. And maybe we should walk on, since we're talking toys, we'll walk on over to other toys that are good for Easter baskets. And don't forget, we have like the Russell Stover little Easter candy bars that are nice to stick in a Easter basket. We did get some new toys in yesterday that are very educational. They come from a company called Learning Resources, and there's skill builders with sentence puzzles where it's little puzzle pieces where you connect together to make sentences. And then we have a fun peekaboo farm where there's the little farm barns that are different colors, so the children will be learning their colors. The barns are numbered, they'll learn their numbers, and then there's a different farm animal puppet in every barn. So it helps.
You're going to learn in 3 things at once.
Correct. Imagination, play, and number recognition. And then we have the one that's called the mini muffin, and that's a phonics activity set, and that helps to develop letter recognition and phonics skills. Magnet movers. Magnets are always fun.
And then all of these kind of have to do with using your hands and building up that sort of thing too, you know, kind of picking up and moving things around, the dexterity sort of thing.
Correct. And then on up to this great big, this is really neat. It's a 100-piece deluxe gears building set, and it's hands-on construction, critical thinking, creative thinking, cause and effect. And with this, there's colorful gears, are easy to grip.
What is Mark's date of birth?
There's 26 square pillars, which would be your base. So there's 21 6-way axles, 6 bases, a handle to crank your gears. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, looks like that looks like one that's fun for adults to sit down and play with the kids with.
I think so. It would be a lot of fun.
This is a great one always. Things like this, play foam.
Yes.
Things that stick and that you can mold and move. This is something that's been around for years for a reason.
Right, and when you say stick, it does stick together, but it won't like stick on your hands or stick to your carpet, your wall, and it won't dry out.
Yep.
So this would be a really fun thing for Easter.
Yes, definitely. Lots of Easter-like colors as well.
Yes. And then we have just the always popular Nido, where it's squeezing and bright, fun colors. Panic Pete, where maybe you need one at your office.
Christy needs one of these, Christy. See the thing you squeeze, his eyes pop out and his ears and nose pop out. Just grab one of these whenever we're stressing you out.
Why didn't they fill the car up? I got to go a long ways. So there's a lot of little toys like that you can stick in the Easter baskets. There's a marble scope. There's a harmonica. Learn to play. It does have instructions. There's a jaw harp. We have yo-yos. Fun coloring sets.
Snakes and Ladders, probably the easiest board game to play at a young age. You got that?
Yes, got that. And a lot of people can play that. That's fun. It's a fun game.
It's simple. Mm-hmm. You know, you just go up the ladder or go down the slide, and
it's
and nice and easy.
Counting.
Yeah.
And colors.
Yep,
so
exactly.
And interaction. Christy's playing with the toy.
Oh, it's a little blue badger.
Yes.
The curlimals.
You just kind of touch it and squeeze it, and it laughs a lot. It'll curl up. It's funny once you get it out of the box. It does a lot of different things. Tickle. See, the head moves.
Okay.
And then he hides his nose.
Up. Oh, wow.
So if you don't, sometimes your kids want a real hedgehog. This one, you need people help.
There you go. Yeah, you don't have to feed that one.
No.
Great. And we've only touched a small amount of the toys here, folks. So make sure you come in and see. There's lots of different plush toys. There's toys for even younger kids over here on this other wall. Just kind of the toys you can pick up and look. Kind of that age where the toys have a mirror on them, because sometimes the best entertainment for the kid is themselves in a mirror.
Right.
So
that is true. I mean, you're right.
Okay.
Yes. And like you said, we do have the little baby toys and stack and play, and the plush.
Okay.
Also, let's see, where should we go now? Let's walk over. I want to talk about a new food that we brought in. It's called nuts.com. You might have seen their commercials on TV, but they're a really healthy snack. We brought in a variety. I think we have at least 25 different varieties from this company.
And sometimes they're not even nuts, if I remember right.
Right. There's those are the gummies.
These are gummy bears. Okay.
Yeah, so besides the nuts, they have the gummy bears. These are the peanut butter-filled pretzels. Most of them are pretty healthy snacks, or just, take and throw in your lunch bucket, or you're heading off to a game or something, or they need a little snack.
And these are a nice size, too.
They're a good size, yeah.
They're a size where I tend to overeat these things. You say peanut butter-filled pretzels. Sometimes I get those in like a 1 pound bag.
Yes.
I've been known to eat like half a pound in a sitting. These can kind of hold you back from doing that.
That's correct. They're kind of portion control, maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot of fun ones. So, and there's the good fruit mixes too. Like this is a banana split trail mix.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, doesn't that sound good?
Southern Heat mix, if you like something a little bit more spicy. What else is over here? The roasted mixed nuts.
Yep, the traditional chocolate bridge mix.
Okay.
What one is this one? Sizzling sweet.
Okay.
And I bought this one. I haven't tried it yet, but it's a plantains, and they're a type of banana, but they're not a true banana. Mm-hmm. And they're garlic seasoned.
Okay.
So everything we've sampled has been really good. Tastes really fresh. The nuts aren't like your second-rate nuts. They're your deluxe, good-sized nuts.
Sure. Great. And those are right over here by the other snacks, folks, if you're familiar where that is, over by, your Snickers, your Reese's, your Twin Bings, and salted nut rolls, my personal favorite.
Yes.
Where next?
Well, we're going to stop right here at our Vim and Vigor compression socks. And they're for men and women. They come in a lot of fun colors and patterns, or you can have your plain colors, your blacks, your grays, your blues, camel or flesh tone. They are a compression of 15 to 20, so it's a milder, moderate compression. We have them in merino wool, cotton, and nylon, and they are a very good sock. I have a lot of problems with cramps and swelling, and when I started wearing these, it basically stopped that. We sell a lot of these.
It kind of all has to do with blood flow, if I'm correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Some different branches and butterflies and dragonflies and things like that on them, and flowers, stripes. Great.
They're fun. I brought in, those are the new spring colors that they have, or patterns. And I also have, because I had some ladies come in and say, well, can you get the sleeves from this company? Because I like to wear sandals and I can't have the foot in the sock.
Sure.
So I did bring in some compression leg sleeves. So if you want just the sleeve, we have that too.
Goes kind of from the ankle up.
Correct.
Okay.
And also with this company, they have a loyalty program that once you buy 5 pairs of these socks, and we give you stickers for every pair, your 6th pair is free. And all you have to do is go online and fill out their form, and they will send them to you. And if you're unable to do that, I will do it for you here at the store. And I've done that for several people, so it's really easy and
awesome.
fun. You can pick out whatever color you want.
Okay. Nice. That's very handy.
And then we'll go over here to the Montana Silversmith case. We know Easter's coming up. It'll be here before we know it.
And Dave was talking about this when he sent it our way. He said, Christy should buy us some bling while she's there. I don't know if...
well, we have men's.
I see Dave stop. Oh, yeah. You got some bracelets in there, some necklaces.
Men's chains. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have men's crosses.
Okay, great. Great amount of earrings and bracelets and necklaces in here as well. And there's even one back here, they're kind of known for their silver, but there's a splash of gold on a couple of these things.
Yeah, they've had their gold pretty much from the start. They've brought in, and this is an old one that they've brought back. It's a vintage piece.
Okay.
So it hangs more like a choker, and it does have the gold and the silver and the black in it. So it's really pretty. And they're starting to bring in some more turquoise and different stones that they haven't carried before. This is new this year. It's called a moonstone, but to me and other customers, it looks like abalone stone, the shell.
I'll just trust you. I don't know what that is. But.
It's the inside of a shell that's really colorful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, good variety here. And this would be a great gift for any kind of gift-giving occasion, and it's
correct.
You can't miss this case, even if you're me. It's bright and it stands out. So come over here when you come into Varney Health Mart, folks.
Okay. And then I'm going to take you over to. We got a couple just fun things in the other day, and we have this little handheld massager, and I think one of the reasons I bought it was because, well, I didn't know how good it was going to work, but I thought this was funny what it was called. Squid Pro Quo.
It does kind of look like a little squid.
And then it says I can't say it, Jeremy. Ergonomic. Tentacles erase knots. And then it has oscillating wave mode that eases tension. And it's the only at-home massager that won't ask you to return the favor.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
And it really, for a little massager.
And rechargeable, too.
Yes.
You don't have to find AA's.
Right. You don't have to have your batteries. Just use your USB. But, now if I can get a package open here. I didn't realize it would work as good as it does, and I'm happy with it. And it's an inexpensive little gift or treat to yourself.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
Doesn't that feel good?
That feels really good.
I know, I can't believe it for a little thing.
You know what? It's something easy to do while you're sitting there reading a book or you're watching TV in the evening. Just kind of rub it over your shoulders or
your legs.
You could probably sit it behind your back against the couch or something like that and just kind of relax before you go to bed.
So if you need a little Easter gift for somebody,
there you go.
And then Kathy, she says, we've seen this, the rep was here. And she goes, oh my gosh, what it is, it's a little USB desktop vacuum.
Oh yeah, it basically looks like a little miniature dust buster that's the size of your palm of your hand.
Right. She says, I have little places in my kitchen that I can't get crumbs and I want you to order these. So she bought 2 of them. She says they work pretty well.
And again, it has a long cord on it. Looks like it's maybe about a 5-foot long cord, and you just plug it into the wall using a USB power cord, and you can use it on, it shows here an example like getting the crumbs out of your keyboard, which we all kind of run into every now and then.
Yes.
So there you go. That's kind of cool. And it looks like a dust buster. It's a little miniature vacuum, and there's a blue one and a pink one. That'd be a fun little gift for a little stuffer for a gift.
I think so, too. Yeah.
Great.
So what else should we talk about, Jeremy?
Well, we got maybe about a minute or two left. So
okay, I do want to talk about these. They're beautiful wall art. These are all hand done in Iowa. I'm trying to bring more USA made things, privately little businesses that are maybe a husband or husband and wife, or maybe it's the wife. But we have a beautiful buffalo scene. And the Angus cow.
And that's hand painted, huh? Or hand created? That's beautiful.
It is. And then they put it on wood, and it has a nice wood. I think it's walnut. Let's see. They use real wood, create new and heartwarming mementos. Let's see.
Made in Edgewood, Iowa.
Edgewood, Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Nice wall hangers if you're looking to decorate a new space or something
or you need
like
a good gift, a nice wedding gift, anniversary gift. And I suppose before we stop or cut off here, I should talk about our hours. We're open from 8:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Our drive up is open from 8:30. We close at noon, from noon to 2. That's the lunch hours, and we don't have the help to cover the drive up. So we want you to know we're closed from 9 to 2. And then it closes in the evening at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then on Saturdays, it's closed. And the store is open from 8:30 till 12:30.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for showing us around.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Folks, swing in, do some Easter basket shopping for the little one or somebody else in your life, and check out all the variety. We only touched, I'd say, maybe 15% of the store and what you can come in and check out. So come and see it, catty corner from the square at Varney Health Mart.
Yes.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, Jeremy.
All right. We'll send it back to you in the studio, Dave.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
They're thinking green at the Secret Garden. Some secrets just can't be kept. This Friday from 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday from 8:30 to 4:30, save 15% off anything with green. Yes, that includes plants and new inventory. Now is the time to prepay for plants to pick up in May. Psalm 105, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord and proclaim his greatness. Let the whole world know what he has done. The Secret Garden, located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Nebraska State Bank believes in our strong rural communities. We believe in our local ag producers and their capacity for innovation and growth. At Nebraska State Bank, we work hard to support our customers' growth, and that means growing ourselves as well. We offer a variety of banking products to make banking easier, especially during busy times, such as making payments online, signing loan documents digitally, or mobile depositing a check. These are just a few ways we can help simplify your life. Visit nesb.bank or call any of our branches to learn more about how we can make banking easier for you. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
8:52, and we are back live here on the Breakfast Show. I want to remind you we'll be broadcasting live from the Callaway District Hospital later in the 9 o'clock hour this morning, and we're going to see if we can catch up with the Pizza Hut. But Brent has invited in a special guest this morning, and he has a story, I think, that should be pretty interesting, Brent.
Yeah, we have a hero, really, in the studio with us today. Now, before we introduce him, I want to read a press release that came from the McCook Police Department that was filed on March 8th, 2024. It reads like this. At approximately 12:46 a.m., the McCook Police Department dispatch received a report of cattle out at the Red Willow County Fairgrounds. The reporting party advised they were about to walk out of the fairgrounds and onto West 5th Street. A Red Willow County deputy was dispatched. McCook Police Department officers responded to assist. Upon arrival, 2 bulls were located on the fairgrounds. Members of the Mid-Plains Community College rodeo team responded to the fairgrounds and were able to secure the 2 bulls. Officers, though, were then advised there were still 7 bulls at large. An officer was able to locate bulls north of the UPS building after following their tracks in the fresh snow. The bulls ran to the north across Q Street. 6 of the 7 bulls were captured by utilizing a pen located just north of the intersection of West Q Street and West 10th Street. The last bull evaded capture and was spotted a good time later in the area of Norris Avenue and Marsh Avenue. Members of the Mid-Plains Community College rodeo team, including 3 on horseback, pursued the bull southeast to Norris Park. The rodeo team members on horseback were able to safely lasso and capture the bull in Norris Park. The bull was loaded on a trailer and returned to the Red Willow County Fairgrounds. Wow, what a story. So, when the bulls run loose in your neighborhood, who are you going to call? The Mid-Plains Community College rodeo team. And we have a member of the team who was involved in this very event with us live in the studio. Broken Bow grad Matt Miller is a member of the Mid-Plains Community College rodeo team, and he was in McCook helping with this heroic effort. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so your mom sends me a text message and sends me the press release of all of this going down. And I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, man, I got to talk to Matt about this. Now, it just so happens you're on break this week and back home, right?
Yep.
All right. Tons of questions, man. let's start with this. How did you guys become involved in this? Did the McCook Police Department reach out to you in the middle of the night, or how in the world did you guys get involved in this?
Actually, it was our coach Al Kai from North Platte. He brought the Bucking Bulls up for our amateur rodeo last weekend. So he called us at 1:15 or something like that, and we gathered a bunch of people up, and we went out there, and they say that it was just a pen, but it was like 5-acre pasture. We chased bulls around for 2.5, 3 hours.
2.5, 3 hours you chase these things around?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're responding to the incident, I was told that you and maybe some of the other guys are racing there in your vehicle, pickup, I'm assuming, and you're blasting a song out the window. Can you please tell me what song you were playing as you were responding to the incident?
Yeah, so after we got the 7 bulls, there are 8 of them out. We got the 7 bulls on the trailer from the pasture, and my buddy Rex Day and Troy Kirkpatrick, they're driving down Norris Avenue, blaring the cop theme song with the windows down, and the cop gave us a flashlight, and they were holding the flashlight looking for everybody.
So the song, was it Bad Boys?
Yep.
Bad Boys, what you gonna do when they come for you?
Yep, it was.
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing this as you guys are blaring that song. Okay, so it says in the story that some of you guys got on horseback. Now, were you one of the guys on horseback, or
No,
how did that all play out?
I ended up having to hook my pickup up to the trailer, so we had a pickup and trailer to drive around and load everything. So on horseback, it was Clay Meyer, Sage Dieter, and Cinch Painter.
So it kind of sounds like there was one bull that obviously got loose and you had to track down.
Yeah.
Can you kind of give us a play-by-play story of tracking down the final bull?
Well, he went back to the east over by the dorms, and they found him in somebody's backyard, and they started trying to herd him back to the fairgrounds. So they got him up to the Kelly Park, which is by the dorms, and Sage said that he had him going there, and then Brady Renner from Erickson, Nebraska, he was coming over the hill and scared him back, going back over to Norris. So then they had to chase him back, clear back over to Norris, and they finally got him roped over in the park.
I'm just envisioning all of the scanner chatter that's going on during the course of this chase. Were you guys communicating with one another, whether it be by cell phone, or were members of the McCook Police Department kind of with you side by side tracking all of this, or?
Kind of. The police department they weren't a whole lot of help, but they were enough help. They were kind of scared of the bulls, which in their defense, they should have been.
Well, sure, I got to be honest. I don't know if I'd want any part of it.
Because again, if folks need to know, these are rodeo bulls. These are
these are bucking bulls,
big
right?
bucking bulls. Yeah, that would be a little intimidating.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think I want to do it again, but I would if I had to.
Well, how difficult was it? I mean, I know that you've got. I mean, this is in McCook, right? So in some areas, I know you've got, you're going to have street lights and everything. But how difficult was this doing this in the middle of the night?
It was difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pasture we had the 7 bulls in had a bunch of horses and stuff in it.
Oh.
So you can.
Oh, jeez.
So as you can imagine, all the horses were pretty scared of the bulls. They've never seen one.
Yeah.
So they were running all over, and the bulls were running all over, and it was just a cluster.
So I've got. Did you get through the incident without any damage done? I mean, did they do much damage, say, to the community of McCook, or not really too much?
Not really.
Yeah.
The one in the park kind of tore up some grass, but other than that, it wasn't.
That was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were they, they're pretty aggressive normally in a rodeo ring. Were they just kind of loose and running, or did they get aggressive with you guys?
Well, I had the cop's flashlight at one point, and the bulls were over on the other side of the creek. There was a creek running through this pasture. Jeez. And I shined that light over, and I saw Rex from Bartlett. He was standing behind a tree, and one of the bulls had him pinned up against a tree.
Oh, man.
So what did Rex do?
He kind of waited. Alki came running from the other side of the hill, and then Alki...
and this is your coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He slipped and fell, and Rex kicked him in the nose, and the bull ran off.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And how long did all this take? You said like about 3 hours or so to get them all rounded up?
We got the phone call at 1:15. I don't think we got back to our house till like 4:15, 4:30.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in a way, it had to be a blessing that this happened in the middle of the night. I mean, I can't imagine this happening, say, in the middle of the day.
Yeah, if it was in the middle of the day, we would have tore up more.
Yeah.
Just because everybody's out walking around and... Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a hero, man.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little, since we have you in here, let's talk a little bit about your rodeo season. I assume that we're kind of getting into a new part of it. You guys going to have rodeos this spring coming up, or how does the season work for you?
Yeah, we'll start this first weekend of April. We'll go to Ames, Iowa. And then we'll go to Brookings the next weekend. We'll have a week or two off and head to Spearfish, and then our last one will be in Lincoln.
Yeah. As a team, you guys have had a real good season since, and good seasons since you've been a part of the team, haven't you?
Yeah, we're blessed with a pretty good men's team this year. We're sitting third, and I think we're going to coming through the gates, and we're going to try to get first place as a men's team. And
yeah.
Yep.
Now, the events that you are in, I think you and Rex team wrote, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. And then are you in anything else?
The calf roping.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. How's your season going for you?
Going pretty good. I've had pretty good success this last fall and sitting pretty good. So
yeah.
Can't wait to get back out there and
I'm sure
split the gates.
So you're home on break. I assume that they're just kind of letting you take it easy and rest. Or are they making you work while you're at home?
No.
Oh, no?
No. I'm going to work myself.
I don't believe that.
So I'm going to work myself, and then coaches said we could practice if we have them, and then we'll get back going next week.
Yeah, good.
Well, any inkling, any ideas since you had success with the bulls, maybe to start riding those in the competition?
No. Not a chance.
So after this whole incident, has the McCook Police Department thought of creating kind of a separate entity or something to, a task force. There you go, Dave. A task force to handle these situations and include you guys?
I don't know, I guess. I haven't got to talk to anybody, but it'd be pretty cool if they did.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Sharing a little time with us.
Yep.
Pretty neat story, and way to go.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck with the competition.
Thank you.
All right, Matt. Thanks a lot. News is next on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Lawmakers in the House vote today on a bill to ban TikTok in the U.S. if its China-based owner doesn't sell the app within 6 months. California Democrat Robert Garcia is against it.
To single out TikTok in this way, we believe is dangerous and certainly against freedom of expression.
The stage is set for an election sequel. President Biden and Donald Trump now have the delegates they need to clinch their party's nominations. Trump posted to X.
We're not going to take time to celebrate. We'll celebrate in 8 months when the election is over.
A top aide to the late Alexei Navalny is recovering after he was attacked with a hammer outside his home in Lithuania. Opposition activist Natalia Pelavina also lives abroad.
This, I'm sure, is connected to Alexei's murder, and this is further pressure that's being applied to his team. It's also a message, mostly not to continue investigating Alexei's murder.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Nick Cope.
In NFL free agency, the 49ers are signing former Chargers and Vikings linebacker Eric Kendricks. According to NFL media, it is a one-year deal. Also from NFL media, running back A.J. Dillon is looking at the Cowboys, Giants, and Colts, while defensive end Jadeveon Clowney will visit with the Panthers. Late games in the NBA from Tuesday. Timberwolves came back from down 22 to beat the Clippers in Los Angeles 118-100. Kawhi Leonard left the game and the arena with back spasms. Also, Kings ran away from the Bucks 129-94, and the Celtics cruised past the Jazz 123-107. 5 auto bids for the NCAA tournament were handed out on Tuesday. St. Mary's won the WCC. Wagner captured the Northeast Conference. Charleston won the Colonial. Oakland claimed the Horizon League. And South Dakota State won the Summit League.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance of rain showers today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. High temperatures reach up to 63. North winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Rain showers likely. Lows level off around 38. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow. Showers likely. Highs around 50. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Currently 48 degrees under a cloudy sky. Winds are out of the north, 5 to 10 now, beginning to pick up. Barometric pressure at 2978 and steady right now, humidity at 57%. That's a look at weather and news on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We're going to be contacting the Pizza Hut here in just a little bit, see if we can get a visitation in with them. In the meantime, Brent Apperson has a whole stack of papers over there he might want to dive into.
We want to let you know about a special 90th birthday open house, which is coming up to celebrate the birthday of Don Murphy. His children, Brian Murphy and Brenda Knight, and families invite you to come help them celebrate the Lucky Irishman's birthday on Sunday, March 17th, which, of course, is St. Patrick's Day. This will be at the Sargent Community Building. If you're not familiar with it, located right there at 314 West Main in Sargent. And it will be from 1 until 4 on Sunday afternoon. Cake and ice cream will be served. Now, if you can't make it to the event, they want to give you his address so you can send your cards of birthday greeting to Don Murphy, and you can send them to 135 North Osborne, Ainsworth, Nebraska, 69210. That's a 90th birthday open house for Don Murphy, and it will be on Sunday, March 17th at the Sargent Community Building from 1 until 4.
Happy birthday, Don. All right, coming up on Friday, another special guest or guests will be in. Victory Underground will be here on the Breakfast Show. They're playing at Sylvester's on Friday night, and they have a new release out that we'll be talking to them about. Rock and country rock is really their forte, and they're going to be coming into the Breakfast Show around 8:20 on Friday and promoting and playing their new song, Life on the Road. And they'll be performing then on Friday night at Sylvester's. They have emerged from over the years playing a lot of different places and rooted in Southern gospel music, branching into reggae and Hawaiian groove and mixed it all together. And that's what you'll be hearing on Friday during the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show right around 8:20.
Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership looking for an individual to work as an early childhood program interpreter. Now, this could be either a part-time or full-time position depending on the program needs. You must have the ability to speak, read, and write fluently in both Spanish and English. You would be providing translation for families and children ages birth to 5 and traveling to the different locations as needed to provide translation services. For more information, you can call 308-745-0780. The extension is 105, or you can go directly to their website and apply. Go to centralnebraskacap.com.
Nebraska Land Hearing Center, right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, serving Custer County and central Nebraska. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here, and she offers dependable service. Stress that's local, dependable service is the way I should put that, because Roxanne rewards you for buying local, big discounts for buying local, and free extended warranties on new hearing aids after you have the hearing evaluation. You'll have free office calls. If you need hearing aids, she'll take care of you from that point on. Call Roxanne at 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. The office is located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building on the east side of the square.
Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, a wonderful care facility specializing in those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia care. They believe that an active life is a nurturing experience, and that's what they try to provide at Quality Senior Villages. At their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. Again, they specialize in Alzheimer's and dementia care, assisted living. To find out more about the facility and the services that they offer, please contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. Their number is 872-6387.
Circle V Stitch and Post, located north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road, is ready for the wedding season, baby showers, all of the things that come up in springtime and summertime, towel sets and more, personalized for that happy couple or new parents. And Velma also carries top quality leather jackets, so she can help you personalize it just the way your student would like. And Velma can also help you create something that you'll love yourself. She has some new items, new apparel styles in stock, as well as she can order things for you as well. Make sure you put Circle V on your list when trying to find the perfect gift for the people in your life. Call Velma and get your creation started today at 308-872-6173. And that is what we call live reads on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll see you now if we can get a hold of the Pizza Hut and find out what's cooking. Stay tuned. Chris Stapleton singing about Arkansas on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We have Julia from the Pizza Hut on the line. We know she's busy. She's already out at the Pizza Hut, I would imagine, making some of those wonderful crusts and pastas and so forth. Julia, how are you?
I'm doing good this morning. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well. We're a little hungry, though, and I have a bad feeling you're going to make us even more hungry with some of the things you're going to be talking about. Can we start with the pasta? What's going on with pasta at the Pizza Hut?
So our pasta has picked up so much here recently, I think. I don't know if everybody's in a pasta mood around town lately or what's going on, but I went from selling probably like 8 on average a night to probably like anywhere from, I'd say, 13 to 15. Wow. And that's just of like the one kind, and that's what I'm seeing for my Alfredos. I see a little bit on the low side for the red sauce pastas, but we do still sell quite a bit of those. Y'all are loving the pasta.
Well, it's so delicious, and you guys do such a good job, but it really is filling. I mean, the good thing about pasta, it does fill you up, and usually for a reasonable amount of money, which is something I think people are also interested in these days. So keep up the pasta, Julia. Don't let the pasta go. Now, the pizza expert is next to me here, Brent Apperson. He may have some pizza questions for you.
Julia, where do we stand on the honey? You'll have to help me here. It's like a honey pepperoni pizza that the Pizza Hut had out recently. Is that still going on, or how has that went over?
So as far as right now is going, I know I'm very minimalistic on what I've got left in this store.
Okay.
So once it's gone because they wouldn't let me order it on my last truck order.
All right. But I assume it's been kind of popular, I'm guessing?
Yeah. We've seen a lot of it pick up over the past week or two, I would say. And, I mean, I'm glad to see it. I like the wings, personally.
Yeah.
And so those have been a favorite, too. And so we've just gone through so much with it being on the pizza and the wings that I think we sold out of it a little bit quicker than what we were going to anticipate.
Yeah. Since you mentioned wings, let's kind of talk about that a little bit. I think sometimes that gets overlooked maybe a little bit, that Pizza Hut does serve delicious wings, and you've got a lot of different sauces and varieties, right?
Yes. So our wings have your option of the bone out or the bone in. And the bone out, it comes in 8, 16, 24, or 48. And then in the bone in, it comes 6, 12, or 36, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then we have buffalo mild, buffalo medium, buffalo burnin' hot, garlic parmesan. We have a spicy garlic, which is our buffalo medium sauce mixed with our garlic parmesan. That is to die for. And then we also have that hot honey going on right now, but that, I mean, like I said, I've only got the one bag. And then our sweet chili is absolutely amazing, as well as our traditional honey barbecue.
Yeah. Let's see, as far as specials, do you have anything in store that's kind of going on right now that you want to promote?
Some of the good ones that I got going on that people seem to love around town would be the large specialty for $16.99. That's an in-store special, so you got to come in to get it. And we're always glad to see all your faces. But we also have a Deal Lovers menu in store that has your option of the medium hand-tossed, the one-topping pizza. We have the melts, the 8 wings, the breadsticks, or the pasta. If you select 2 or more of those, you get them at $7 a piece. And then we also have a BOGO going on right now of if you buy any large specialty, or not specialty, any large menu-priced item, you get a large one topping for free, and you can only do one of those per order.
All right. Wow, some great specials going on. What about your help situation, Julie? Are you still looking for some people to join your team?
We are. I think right now we've got full staff on our management and cook and production sides of things. We really need that daytime delivery driver, guys, so please put in the application. We need somebody for our daytime, and we'd be glad to work with you. We are also looking for probably either a server or another part-time delivery driver as well, I would say. So if anybody's needing a job, you can go to pizzahut.jobs.com and apply there.
All right, sounds good. Anything else, Julia, that you want to mention before we let you go?
I do not believe so.
All right.
Julia, when you get, I know you're busy, sometime come out to the studio and we'll do the show live with you in the studio sometime.
All right, sounds good.
All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, Pizza Hut, Broken Bow, Nebraska. We'll be going to Callaway via the radio waves right after these words.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
The ability to battle above and below ground pests is just one advantage of Channel Seed with VT4 Pro trait technology. In this cab conversation, Channel technical agronomist Tyler Vrugden-Hill shares what farmers need to know going into the 2024 growing season.
Corn roast is always top of mind, being a $2 billion pest to the industry, but another one we can bring up is Western bean cutworm, which is a great way to talk about our VT4 Pro traded corn products that we are beginning to test and have available commercially. So the VT4 Pro trade is going to be able to bring you triceptive protection above ground, which is going to give you great control with Western bean cutworm and species like corn earworm, but also offer 2 modes of action below ground against corn rootworm, one of those being our RNAi technology.
Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices. 2024 Bear Group, all rights reserved.
8:20, make that 9:23. 9:23. I was just thinking now that Christy's picked up some Montana jewelry for you and I, just a little something. I was thinking maybe Jeremy might be able to swing at the Callaway District Hospital getting us a free health checkup.
Yeah, well, you never know. I guess we can find out.
We'll find out. That probably will not be his first question, but he is going to visit with the guys and gals at the Callaway District Hospital. Wonderful place, wonderful people. Let's turn it over to you, Jeremy.
Yeah, it always makes me nervous.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are at the Callaway Hospital, and we've got several people here to talk to us this morning about all kinds of different things, and I'd say maybe about 25% of them are thrilled to see me this morning. So with that, we'll just kind of hop into things and let Brett take it away, and whatever you want to do, Brett, if you want to tackle a specific topic or introduce everybody, I'll kind of just let you decide how you want to go about this.
Absolutely. So just have a couple of introductions and then want to talk about a few of the new services that we have going on here at the hospital, kind of highlight those for the community and let them know what's going on here and what we have that's new and exciting. So first of all, I would like to introduce Cassie Penn. Cassie is our new COO. So Chief Operating Officer here at the hospital. Been with us since December. So just kind of still getting her feet on the ground, but Cassie's in charge of kind of the day-to-day operations here at the hospital and all the things I don't have time to get to at the end of the day. So happy to have Cassie on board, and I'll let her do a little introduction.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm excited to be here. I've been in healthcare for over 20 years. My background is lab science, but I really enjoy coming back to a smaller community. I'm commuting right now from North Platte, but hopefully we'll be moving here next spring after my son graduates, and I'm just excited to be at a great facility.
Great. All right. Talk about kind of, you can mention your 20 years and kind of the lab side of things. Dive into that a little bit deeper, if you would, and kind of talk about your career up to this point and kind of just finding a home here in Callaway.
Yeah, I started out of school at York General Healthcare Services. I started there and took over as the lab manager there. I was there for about 12 years, and then I moved to North Platte and took over as the lab manager there at Great Plains, and I was there 7 years. And with COVID and just needed a little bit of change, so I had went to Lighthouse Lab Services as a consultant prior to coming here, and I was there for 2 years helping labs across the United States look at their revenue and understand why they weren't getting paid or if they had issues. And I was missing the hospital setting, and saw the advertisement for Callaway and asked my husband, I'm like, how far is Callaway from North Platte? Can I drive that?
First of all, where is Callaway?
Yeah, that's always the first question, isn't it? Can I commute it?
Yeah. Can I drive it? Because I knew my son probably wouldn't want to move. I've tried to get him to maybe do his senior year here in Callaway, but he told me absolutely not. But I actually had a couple coworkers that did work at Callaway. So I kind of knew where Callaway was, and I knew a little bit about the facility. I worked with them at York General Healthcare Services. So I'm glad I seen it on Indeed.com, and I'm excited to be here. It's a great facility. What the hospital offers the community for this size of a community, it's incredible what's here for the community. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
Great. All right. Well, that's going to be exciting for you too, Brett, to be able to have somebody come in that, has that kind of blend of experience, and sounds like it's gone well so far.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anytime you can get somebody that has the clinical experience, but also can tie that into the financial side of healthcare. Healthcare finance is extremely complicated. I always tell new people, when you're coming into healthcare and you're learning about the financial side, everything that you learned about accounting and bookkeeping in the business world, go ahead and forget that, because we do it completely differently and it's very complicated.
It's not just 2 plus 2?
Sometimes it's 2 plus 2 is 7.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now that sounds horrible, because sometimes I have a hard enough time with 2 plus 2.
Yeah. Anytime you get the insurance companies involved, it tends to get very complicated very quickly. So it's a different world, and it does take a special set of skills and knowledge to be able to adapt to that.
Great. Well, that sounds awesome, and welcome to the community in the area, and hope you enjoy that commute. You've got a nice view over that commute.
It is a beautiful view. The commute, it's not really that bad. It takes me about an hour to get here. I grew up in a rural community, so it wasn't uncommon for us to have to drive even in high school. So for me, other than the winter has been a little rough.
She's become very familiar with the local hotel.
Yeah.
It hasn't been bad, and not that I would want to do it for years upon years, but I can do it for another year until we can move out here, so it's not too bad. And sometimes I get adventurous and take roads I probably shouldn't take, but
yeah, it's good to know the back roads.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, great, and welcome again.
Yes,
and what next, Brett?
So next I want to talk about one of our new services here. Been going on, guys, about 6 months. So that's outpatient wound care services. So offering that in partnership with Cozad Community Hospital. So it's been a great service for us. Some really great benefits for patients, some great outcomes. So I'll let Diane and Jill kind of talk about what they do and why this is such a great thing for the patients and the community.
Okay,
they're really excited to talk.
I heard a you first. So, it's kind of just like ripping the Band-Aid off. Sorry, pun intended in a hospital. But which of you does want to go first?
She wants to.
Okay.
She's the pro.
All right. So if you'd introduce yourself and kind of give a little bit of your background for the listening audience.
Okay. So I'm Jill Nelson. I am an RN at Cozad Community Health Systems. I've been there for about 21 years started out as a floor nurse, was there for about 8 years working night shift, and went to home health and hospice. Did that for about 8 years, doing a lot of wound care in home health is kind of where I got started. Found out I really, really enjoyed that, something that you actually can watch the progress, see the progress as you're going. And so Cozad started our wound clinic up there, and I went to full-time there and seemed to be getting a load of patients coming down from Callaway and Broken Bow and just up in this area. So came up one day and visited with the providers up here, and a few of them said it would be really nice if we could just do it up here. And so we just started doing some talking and worked it out so once a week we could get up here and save the people the trip down the little country road to Cozad from Callaway. So
okay. And the part that you mentioned that kind of caught my ear a little bit was you kind of fell in love with this kind of work because you could actually see the progress. I've got to think that's got to be big for the patients as well, because so often we go into the hospital or something and they say, oh, well, your kidney is showing us these numbers or whatever. Me sitting in this chair, I don't know that, but I can see a wound healing. Is that kind of the excitement for you as well, as seeing your patients be excited about the progress they're making too?
Right, it is. And you see I think we see a lot of chronic wounds. You see people that have tried things for years and nothing works, and sometimes just coming in and changing things up, and suddenly they are better and their quality of life after having a wound or a condition that's gone on for several years, and we can help them get some quality of life back. And
okay. Well, I'll circle back and we'll kind of maybe talk a little bit about kind of if people are interested in setting something up and things like that. But Diane, we'll go to you next if you want to give a little bit of your background and talk a bit about what you do.
Okay, I'm Diane Stryker, and I've been here at Callaway for 24 years now. For the first time, or the second time. I actually, when I was a new grad, I came back to Callaway, graduated from Callaway High here, and came back after I went to nursing school, worked the floor here for 6 years. And after I had my second child, I went to the nursing home as director of nursing out there for 10. My kids hit high school. I decided I needed a little more flexibility, so I came back here, and they're stuck with me. They can't get rid of me now until I retire. So, my first taste of wound care was with my mother. She'd had open heart bypass and some issues with her healing, and I went to see Jill. I took my mom to see Jill for about 18 months, I think, down there in Cozad, and so that kind of sparked my interest in wound care a little bit. And I was really tickled because Jill and I kind of formed a friendship when that all went on, and she taught me a lot just in that time without even taking an actual wound care class. But now I really enjoy it, along with all the other specialties that we offer here at Callaway. We have 2 cardiologists that come in once a month each, and orthopedist that comes once a month, a gynecologist that comes once a month, and we also have a podiatrist that comes twice a month. So I run those clinics also. So Jill has to be a little flexible around our other clinics, but we make it work, I think. So, and I too, I mean, we just had a patient this morning that we saw that it was just phenomenal, just to see the progress that we made and how we basically think that she is healed this morning after what we did the last, 6 weeks, I think we've been seeing her. So, patients do get a little frustrated. Sometimes they're slow, sometimes it takes some time, but in a variety of different treatments. But it is fun to see the progress that they make and when we can graduate them.
It's kind of interesting how things come together sometimes, isn't it? You go from your personal life and your experience with your mother and how you work with Jill. That's got to be kind of cool.
Yeah. I totally enjoy my time with Jill. We have a good time, and I think we work pretty well together. So she kind of thinks that, how do I do this in Cozad? But we have a good time, so.
Great. Well, talk a little bit about if somebody's listening and they're like, oh, maybe that's something I should try, or maybe I should look into clinics. Maybe I don't know who to pose this question to, either of you, I guess, but she's pointing over to you, Brett. So
I guess that's me.
Talk about the clinics and kind of the way that works as far as somebody getting involved in something like that. If nothing else, if they just want to maybe save themselves some time driving down the road.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So first step would be to get an appointment with their primary care provider, have that wound evaluated with their PCP, have them take a look at it. Then that provider can send a referral to our specialty clinic and to our wound care department, and then they can set up scheduling, reach out to the patient, get all that taken care of prior to the appointment.
Just one more thing there. You know, the wound, it's not all just wounds. You know, we deal with a lot of lower leg swelling, lower edema, things like that, that if we can get that stuff under control, we can prevent a wound. And there is different treatments that we can do to do that. So it's not just wounds, but that's what we call it, wound care. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because
I think in general, another thing to remember about these specialty clinics and things like that, you know, if people have never utilized one of those, they might think, oh, you know, like once a month or whatever might not be enough for me. A lot of the time it can be, or it can kind of be a supplement to other care that you've got going on as well, right?
Yeah. Well, in wound care, like we said, is weekly, but the other specialists that come, they come from Kearney or North Platte, and they're physicians, so it saves the clients or patients around here that hour travel time, so that we're able to do a lot of their follow-up. Of course, we can't do anything invasive or you know, special testing for those specialties, and they'll have to go down for that. But for the most part, you know, follow-up appointments and all that kind of stuff we can do right here. So.
Yeah, and that's always our goal with any of the services that we offer, is we want to make sure we keep as many things local as we possibly can. Prevent those patients from having to travel, especially your elderly population that may have some barriers to travel anyway. If we can provide them care right here close to home, that's truly what our goal is every day.
And transportation is a big part of things when it comes to different parts of people's lives. If you've got kids that have things going on in town and you can't leave that far because they need to be picked up, or if you don't have transportation in your life anymore, but having that close proximity certainly helps, or being able to have a ride to get where you need to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did recognize that transportation was a huge barrier to care here a couple years ago. So when patients do have to travel, we do offer a public transportation service as well. So if a patient needs a ride to the grocery store, they need to go to Kearney, North Platte, Grand Island, Omaha for a medical appointment, we have that transportation service available to them to kind of take away as many of those barriers as we possibly can.
I would venture to guess that is something that not many hospitals in the world offer. And I think that's just one of those special things about being a community hospital that just struck me as amazing when I first heard about that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're one of 3 or 4 critical access hospitals in Nebraska that offer public transportation. So it's a very niche market. It's not something that a lot of places can or will offer. So we're really happy that we can provide that to the community.
Great. And that kind of leads me into my next question, just kind of a general overarching question about things that are going on at the hospital that you want people to know about, or just any kind of news updates or exciting things that are going on. I know things are always moving in a hospital, so sometimes it's hard to put your thumb on 1 or 2 things, but kind of give you an open mic here to tell people about what you've got going on.
Sure, yeah. So we've talked about this a couple of times before, but the other kind of new development is our retail pharmacy. So a year ago in October, we took over the retail pharmacy here in town. So that's now South Loop Community Pharmacy. It's been a great addition to our line of services, and another, I think, pretty significant benefit to the community. So they do a great job. We've got some great staff over there that are really personable. They're very helpful to the patients that come in. Retail pharmacy is another one of those very complicated business lines, and it can get very frustrating for patients when they have trouble accessing their medication or insurance denial. They're very good about trying to address any of those questions and help them in any way that they can. We do offer in-town delivery, so 5 days a week free delivery here in Callaway, 2 days a week delivery to Arnold, or we also have mail delivery as well. So again, if transportation is an issue or you have trouble getting to the pharmacy during the regular business hours, we try to take away as many of those factors as we can.
Okay, that sounds great. And you know, I can't help but think a continuation of our conversation on transportation and going to different places, having the pharmacy so close. If you send a script or something like that and technology fails, you just walk it over there. That's got to be nice, right?
It's amazing how many times we can send an electronic prescription from the clinic and the patient actually beats the prescription to the pharmacy. So there's usually about a 10 to 15 minute delay. So that's a good problem to have, but it is one of those interesting things that you kind of have to explain to the patient. Yes, it's electronic, but it's not instantaneous.
Sure. Okay. Well, Diane, any other things to close on? I'll give you an open mic for 5 minutes if you want to.
No,
okay.
I'm good.
All right. She's good. Anything that I didn't touch on that you wanted to mention as well about kind of your
diabetic education and a little bit of what you can offer to diabetic patients?
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually have a diabetic education program out of COZAD also that is fairly new within the last couple of years down in COZAD. We've seen some really good response to that with our patients, just having that extra accountability and follow-up, just having somebody checking in a little more frequently. You know, you go to your provider every 3 months for your follow-up, but they don't have an hour in their day to sit down and kind of one-on-one explain things. So that's a service that we offer down in COZAD that we've talked about being able to do the same thing kind of here with our education as well, to keep people up here in Callaway from making that trip. I think prior to COZAD getting our program, most of our patients were traveling to Kearney for their education. So just another way to help keep people off the roads and close to home.
Diabetic information is kind of one of those things you feel like you can talk about it for a really long time and then you realize you've only really scraped the surface. Am I right in saying that?
Absolutely, yeah. And that's why, you know, I think we found that gap and that need, because it does take several visits, and just like any change or any new habit, it takes repetition and follow up and hearing it over and over again before it really sticks and becomes a habit and a change. So
and there's a very significant link between your diabetic population and your wound care clinic. Your diabetic patients typically don't heal wounds as quickly or as easily as a healthier person. So having that link and getting them that education, diet modifications, that plays into their ability to heal these wounds pretty significantly.
Everything kind of boils down, you know, I imagine a triangle, kind of like the food pyramid, but at the bottom of everything when it comes to a hospital and patient care, that kind of all comes down to prevention. And that kind of rounds out what you were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime we can prevent a disease or an illness before it happens, first of all, it saves a lot of healthcare dollars. But most importantly, it leads to better outcomes for that patient and a better long-term lifestyle for that patient.
Well, kind of one of the main overarching questions I've been asking guests on the radio lately, because I always like to know the flow of the season, because it's different for everybody. You know, I talk to people that install pivots and drill wells and things like that, and kind of what the difference is between winter and spring and things like that. What kind of differences happen in the hospital setting, like here at the Callaway Hospital when the seasons change? That's kind of a weird, odd question, but I'm hoping that it's not too odd. So help me out here, Brett, and make me feel like I'm not asking you a tough one.
It's interesting because we do have seasons here at the hospital. So we're just coming off of respiratory season, so all the upper respiratory infections, pneumonias, COVIDs, flus, just the common cold. So that's typically kind of what we see from the acute side in the winter months. And then here, probably in April or May, we'll start gearing up and getting ready for school physicals. So we typically spend the summer months doing school physicals in the clinic, getting all the kiddos updated on their vaccinations, and then ready to start school in the fall. So we do kind of see some peaks and valleys in the different types of patients that we see throughout the year.
Probably about, when you get to this time of year, you're probably about done wanting to see flu and kind of those seasonal colds and sniffles and coughs and stuff. I'm seeing lots of nods.
Yes.
It's just kind of like everybody out in the public catching those colds or having to dodge those. It's going to be nice to have some warm weather and have those colds kind of go away a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then move, like you mentioned, moving into more of the wellness visits, the preventive care, doing those things throughout the summer months. It's refreshing to see something a little bit different.
I think we could just like transition to like 72 degrees, 365 days a year. That'd be pretty great. Yeah, I'll put in a request and see if we can pull that one off.
Let me know how that turns out.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Brett, is there anything that we didn't touch on here with you today at the Callaway Hospital that you wanted to mention before we close things out?
No, I don't believe there's anything else. I think that was kind of what I had on my list. Certainly appreciate you guys making the trip over today and letting us talk about the new and exciting things that we have going on here in Callaway.
It sounds like you got a lot of new and exciting things going on all the time. If there's a way that you want people to keep up with you, kind of toss out the phone number and maybe a website that people can visit if we've kind of sparked something this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So phone number to the hospital is 308-836-2228. That'll get you to the front desk and they can transfer you to the appropriate department. Always have a lot of good information out on our Facebook page as well, so encourage people to follow the Facebook page or the website callawayhospital.org.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. It wasn't too bad, was it? Did I make it? Oh, yeah, you made it. You're getting up from the table and walking back. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Well, with that, Dave, we'll send it back to you. And remember, folks, if there's some information that you want to circle back to, certainly give a call here to the hospital, or you can watch the full replay of the breakfast show either on KBBN.com or you can watch it on YouTube or Facebook with the audio available there. So, again, from here in Callaway at the hospital, we'll send it back to you, Dave.
When we told growers that Bayer Premium Trivolt herbicide for corn delivers visibly clean fields for up to 8 weeks, they were a bit skeptical.
We'll see how it works.
So we decided to prove it. We set up cameras in multiple cornfields, treated them with Trivolt, and filmed for 24 hours a day. For 8 weeks, we saw a variety of weather conditions, and Trivolt worked. See for yourself at TrivoltInAction.com. Trivolt is a restricted-use pesticide. Consult your state pesticide regulator for specific restrictions. Read and follow pesticide label directions.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
9:49, still a little dark and cloudy out there this morning, but hopefully we've brought you a little sunshine with the information we've brought you today. And look forward to breakfast show on Thursday. I will be out of the office, so you're solo or Jeremy may help you. And I guess he'll probably present you with the jewelry tomorrow.
Yeah, I expect a gift of some sort. I'm sure Christy picked up something during their travels and going to present it to us tomorrow.
You know, a jewelry and a health checkup, that's not too much to ask.
No, not at all.
We'll see, huh?
Yeah.